All right, so Elon Musk just kind of went and did it again. Dropped Grok 3 like it was nothing.
Yeah, the new AI from his company XAI.
It is, and people are going crazy over it.
People are buzzing. It's not just like the tech itself either.
Right.
You know?
This is like watching the rules of the game get rewritten in real time.
Yeah, it's like a peek behind the curtain of how AI is really being developed.
Yes. And to be honest, some of it is kind of freaking me out.
A little unnerving.
So we're diving into this article, Grok 3 and the AI Wolfpack strategy.
Great article. Really dives into a lot of this stuff.
Packed with insights.
Yeah.
Okay, so first up, can we just what is this Wolfpack strategy that everyone's talking about?
Right, so the article does a really good job of painting this picture of how Musk is going about this whole AI thing.
Yeah.
So you've got these huge, traditional tech companies.
Right, the Googles, the Metas.
Yeah, exactly. Big, slow-moving.
Yeah, tons of bureaucracy.
Oh, yeah.
And then you've got...
And then there's Musk.
Max and his team.
Yeah, there's like a speedboat just like zipping around these big ships.
So it's all about...
Speed autonomy, just getting stuff done.
And they actually walk the walk, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're not just talking about it.
They're not all talking.
Like that whole thing with their data center.
Oh, yeah.
That was insane.
That was mind-blowing.
I mean, they said it would take them like 18 to 24 months to build what they needed for Grok 3.
Standard lead times.
Right, from these traditional providers. And Musk was just like, hold my beer, watch this.
Well, watch this.
They found this abandoned Electrolux factory in Memphis.
All places.
Right.
An old Electrolux factory.
And boom, 100,000 GPU supercomputer up and running in like...
122 days.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy, right? And then they double the size.
What?
In just 92 days.
Get out of here.
That's the Wolfpack strategy in action.
But that's straight out of a movie.
I know.
Makes you wonder if Musk is really onto something here.
Yeah.
Like, could this be how all AI gets developed in the future?
Right. Is this the future of the days of, big tech just dominating the space?
Are they over?
Are they numbered?
I mean, it's definitely disruptive.
Oh, it's totally
And we're seeing this kind of thing in other industries too, right?
Absolutely. Smaller, leaner teams, they can just move so much faster.
It really makes you think, like, there's bigger, always better.
Yeah.
When it comes to innovation.
When it comes to innovation, is that really the key?
Because this Grok 3 launch, it's not just about the tech itself. It's like a whole new philosophy.
Statement. It's a whole different way of thinking about how to do this.
And this is where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The article suggests that AI Grok 3 specifically might be getting so advanced that we can't even accurately measure its intelligence anymore.
Right.
Like, how is that even possible?
I know it's a real head sketch, right?
Yeah.
We've been using things like coding challenges and IQ tests for years.
Yeah, benchmarks designed by humans.
By humans, exactly.
Right.
But the article is saying that Grok 3 is operating on a level that breaks those measures.
So we're talking about an AI so smart that our current ways of evaluating it are just useless.
Essentially, yeah. It's like...
What does that even mean for us?
It's like...
How do we even understand what it can do?
Yeah, the article makes this great analogy.
Okay.
Says it's like a group of fifth graders trying to decide who should win the Nobel Prize in physics.
Okay.
Like, they just don't have the framework to grasp the concepts.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
a little unsettling.
A little unsettling, yeah.
When you think about it.
If we can't even gauge its intelligence, how do we control it?
Right. How do we
know it's safe?
How do we ensure that it's safe? Yeah.
That's the million-dollar question.
It really is.
And it leads us right into the third big takeaway from this whole Grok 3 thing.
Oh, yeah. This is where it gets even more interesting.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's dive in.
So we've got this Wolfpack strategy, right? And Musk and his team are moving at warp speed, building supercomputers and abandoned factories. Then we've got this idea that Grok 3 is so smart that we can't even measure it.
Right.
What's the third thing?
Well, this one might not seem as flashy as super intelligent AI.
Yeah.
But it's just as important.
All right. I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
It's data, specifically how Musk is setting himself up to gather data.
Okay.
On a scale we've never really seen before.
I mean, I get that AI needs data to learn.
Right.
But what's so different about what Musk is doing?
Well, think about it. You remember how Google used those reCAPTCHA things?
Oh, yeah.
To train their AI?
Yeah. I always thought that was pretty clever.
Right. Getting humans to do the work for you.
Exactly.
And OpenAI did the same thing with ChatGPT.
Right. Getting people to, basically improve their models for free.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Musk is taking that concept
and
amplifying it 1,000 times over.
Okay, so he's not just using our online behavior.
No, he's going way beyond that.
What's he doing?
He's using robots.
Robots what?
Tesla's Optimus robots.
Hold on. So those robots, the ones he keeps showing off, they're not just going to be making cars or whatever.
Think about it. Those robots are going to be everywhere.
Okay.
in homes, factories, out on the streets.
Yeah.
And every single one of them is a walking, talking data collection machine,
Whoa.
streaming back information constantly to
To
feed those AI models.
Okay, so it's data from the real world.
Exactly. Real-world data, not just the internet.
That's a game changer.
It's a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, but I mean, is anyone else doing this?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
China is a major player in the AI game,
Right.
and they're also investing heavily in robotics and data collection.
So it's like a race then.
In a way, yeah.
Musk and his Wolfpack versus like a whole country.
And it's not just about who gets there first either.
What else is it about?
It's about what kind of AI gets developed.
Oh, that's a good point.
Musk's approach is very much driven by the private sector,
Right.
whereas China's strategy is much more centralized.
So two very different models, two different visions for the future of AI.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder how that will influence the kind of applications that get prioritized.
Right. Like, will one focus more on like consumer products?
Yeah.
While the other is all about, military or government use.
That's a really insightful point, and it's something experts are debating right now.
It's crazy to think that AI could like diverge along national or ideological lines.
It's definitely a possibility.
Wild. So we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah, we have.
Musk's Wolfpack strategy, AI getting so smart we can't measure it, robots gathering data everywhere.
Yeah.
This whole AI race between the U.S. and China.
It's a lot to think about.
It really is. So where does all this leave us?
I think the big takeaway here
Yeah.
is that the AI world is changing like really, really fast.
Faster than most people realize, I think.
Way faster. And it's not just about the tech itself. It's about like the ideas behind it all.
The philosophy.
Yeah, like the way Musk is doing things, the way China is doing things.
Yeah.
These are two totally different approaches.
Right.
And they're going to have a huge impact on how AI, shapes our lives.
It's funny. We start talking about this new Grok 3 model.
Right.
But this conversation has become so much bigger than that.
It has.
It's like we're talking about the future of AI as a whole.
Yeah, I think we are.
It feels like we're at a crossroads.
We are at a crossroads. And I think the Grok 3 launch is like a wake-up call.
I think so, too.
It's making us think about some tough questions.
Yeah,
Like, what kind of future do we want with AI?
Right. What do we actually want?
Do we want a future where it's all about speed and data, like Musk's approach?
Yeah.
Or do we want something slower, maybe more controlled?
More regulated.
Yeah, with more emphasis on, like, ethics and safety.
Yeah, it's almost like we're choosing between two paths.
Hmm.
Each one leads to a totally different place.
And it's not just about choosing between the U.S. and China either.
No, it's bigger than that.
It's about choosing what values we want to see in AI.
That's a good way to put it.
It's about deciding what's important to us.
Yeah.
Like, do we prioritize innovation above everything else?
Right.
Or do we prioritize things like safety, ethics, data privacy?
Those are questions we need to be thinking about.
We really do like right now.
The article we were talking about, it focused mostly on Musk's approach.
Right.
But it got me thinking, what if there's a third path?
Oh, that's interesting.
What if we could combine the best of both worlds?
Like a hybrid approach?
Yeah.
The innovation and speed of the Wolfpack strategy?
Yeah.
But with more thought given to ethics and responsible development?
Exactly.
That's a really interesting idea.
Right.
And I think some researchers and policymakers are starting to explore that.
They are.
The tough part is finding the right balance.
Because there are always trade-offs, right?
Always.
More speed might mean less oversight.
Exactly.
More control could stifle innovation.
Yeah, it's complicated.
It's a tough equation to solve.
It is, and that's why it's so important for people to be informed.
To be part of the conversation.
Yeah, to engage in these conversations, because the future of AI,
Yeah.
it's not going to be decided by a few companies or government.
It affects all of us.
It affects everyone. We all have a stake in this.
That's a great point.
It is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I think the message is pretty clear.
It is.
The AI revolution is happening, and it's happening fast.
It's really fast.
It's up to all of us to pay attention,
Yeah.
to ask questions,
Ask the tough questions.
and to make our voices heard.
Absolutely, because the choices we make today,
Yeah.
they're going to shape the world of tomorrow.
Well said. So that's a wrap on our deep dive into Grok 3 and the future of AI.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep those brains working.
See ya.